Hello, Skinner West rock and rollers. This is Mr. Levi here again. Happy Thursday. This video is for our guitar students. Hey there, Teddy. Hey there, Jahan. Hope everything is going okay today. So, today's lesson we are going to go take another look at those bar chords. So, last time we took a look at bar chords, I had you practicing this F chord. Okay, so that chord is basically based on this E major chord. Basically based on this E major chord. So we've got the second finger on the second fret of the A string. We've got our third finger on the second fret of the D string, and we've got our first finger on the first fret of the G string. And when you play all 6 strings, it sounds like this. That is E major, E major. Okay, all you gotta do to make it E minor is take away that first finger. So take away that first finger. E minor, E major. So E major, and then E minor. So, of course, to make the bar chord, we have to shift our fingers around a little bit. So, take this E chord, put your third finger, where your second finger was, so third finger now, on the second fret of the A string. Put your pinky where your third finger was, so now we've got our pinky on the second fret of the D string, and then put your second finger where your first finger was on the first fret of the G string. So that's our E major chord, but we've moved our fingers around a little bit so that when we bring up the bar, we'll be able to move this chord shape around. So just take these 3 fingers, move them each up 1 fret. Like that. Take this shape, move it up 1 fret. Okay, good. So then you're just going to take your first finger once again, and I like to have it at a slight curl, so not just straight, right? Try to put it at a slight curl, right? Got a slight curvature, kind of like this, right? And I'm putting not the flat of my finger on the fret, but I'm putting the edge of my finger on the fret with the slight curve like this. When you do that, you get that F chord. So that is F. That's F major. If we want to make it F minor, all we need to do is take off that second finger. F major. Remove that finger. Now it's F minor. F major. F minor. So, when we are playing that Nirvana song in Bloom, at the beginning, they have these power chords. B flat to G to F to A flat. Sounds like this. Right? Well, now you can make some of those bar chords if you want. So we can take this F shape and bring it up to fret 6. So that same B flat power chord, we're now just making a full B flat major chord. Try it out. So put that bar across the whole 6th fret, and then of course the third finger on the A string, 2 frets higher, your pinky on the D string, 2 frets higher than the bar, and then your middle finger on the G string, 1 fret higher than the bar. So the chord sounds like this. That's the B flat major. Okay, then the next chord, this G power chord, we're going to make G minor. So you just take this same shape, move it down, but then take your middle finger off of the board. And it sounds like this. G minor. Then after that, they go to F. So this is the same F bar chord we started with. And then they move it up to fret 4 for that A flat major. Now on the recording, they just do power chords. But for the sake of practicing, let us try our best to make these bar chords. So we're going to do B flat major to G minor, then to F major, then to A flat major. Okay, try that really, really slowly. Let's do each chord just one at a time. See how this goes. This may be difficult, but the only way you're going to get better is by practicing it and giving it a try, giving it a fair effort. So, B flat. 1, 2, ready, play. Okay, now G minor. 1, 2, G minor, play. Remember, for G minor, we just have the bar on fret 3, our ring finger, or third finger, on fret 5 of the A string, our pinky on fret 5 of the D string, and then of course the bar playing the rest of the notes. And as you can see here, I have this at a slight curve, right? It's not just straight, a slight curve. Your hand's going to make a slightly curve this finger anyway. We don't want to resist that. Just go with it, right? And then down to F. And then A flat. Very, very good. So all of these bar chords, rather, are just based on this E shape. E major, and then E minor, right? We rearrange our fingers so that our first finger is free, E major, E minor, and then when we put that bar down, we can have these chords anywhere. F major, F minor, B flat major, B flat minor, B flat minor, then G major, or G minor, A flat major, or A flat minor, either one. Okay, all right, so shake out your hands, give yourselves a little rest. Bar chords are really, really hard. So just do what you can, do a little bit, let your hands rest, come back to it, okay? Just like you would work out, any other muscle in your body, a weight trainer, they take a little bit of time, they make their muscles try to do it, right? It's a little bit hard, but then you keep doing it, and it keeps becoming easier and easier, right? But you do want to rest in between. Okay, now let's take a look at 2 more bar chord forms before we wrap up this lesson. So, do you remember A minor? So, A minor is very much like E major, but we take this shape and move it over one set of strings, like so. So this was E major, and now this is A minor. Okay, so we've got the second finger on the second fret of the D string. We've got our third finger on the second fret of the G string. And then we've got our first finger on the first fret of the B string. So just like we did for E major. To make this A minor a bar chord, we're gonna shift things around a little bit, right? So that third finger is now going to go where the second was. Your pinky is now going to go where your third was. And your second finger will now go where your first one is. So try that. We've got our third finger, second fret of the D string, pinky, second fret of the G string, and middle finger, first fret of the B string. Play that now. Still just A minor, right? But now we're going to move it up. So try to put this on the first fret. For this bar, you don't have to bar your first finger across all 6 strings. If you want to, you can get away with just barring it from the low A string to the high E string, just these 5. And your finger can touch that low E string a little bit, but it doesn't have to be fretted down all the way. So that might be a little bit easier than the F one was. So let's get that A minor chord with our alternate fingers, move it up 1 fret, put that bar down, and give it a strum. On the first fret, that is B flat minor. B flat minor. Okay, now you can take that chord and move it up and down, and now you've got so many new minor chords. If you put it on fret 5, you get D minor. Let's say you put it on fret 2. We've got B minor. B minor. That chord from our the song we played last concert. What was it called? Take on Me, right? When we play that B minor bar chord, those top 3 notes are the notes to that riff from Take on Me, right? So now, let's go back to root position. That's down here. What do we need to do to make this a major? What do we need to do to make this a major? You'll probably remember A major is when we just take all our first 3 fingers and put them next to each other on the second fret on the D string, the G string, and the B string. Play that chord. That is A major. Okay, this bar chord is just a little bit harder. What we are going to do, there's a few ways we can do this. Let's try it this way first. So just like we shifted these fingers for every other bar chord form, we're going to do the same thing here. So where I've got my first finger, I'm going to put my second finger. Where I've got my second finger, where that finger was, I'm going to use my third. And then once again, where I had my third finger, I'm going to put my pinky. So now, play that chord without our first finger, right? First finger is free to do whatever. Try playing that chord now. Right? It's the same A major. This was the original way we played it. Now, just shift each finger. And now, guess what? Once again, we'll use that first finger as our bar and move it up. So let's try to do this on the third fret. So what that means is you've got a bar on the third fret, and then you've got your second finger on the fifth fret of the D string, your third finger on the 5th fret of the G string, and our pinky on the 5th fret of the B string. And then, of course, the bar on the 3rd fret. Try that chord. 1, 2, ready, play. That is C major. major, C major, played with this bar chord based on our A major shape. Okay, so now take that shape, try moving it up to fret 6, like so. This is E flat major. Okay, so for that Nirvana song, in Bloom, there's this section where we go from a C major chord to an E flat major chord. And they're just taking this exact bar chord shape and moving it up 3 frets. They start on fret 3 and move it up to fret 6. So just try that. Try taking that shape and moving it around. Last thing, there is a different way you can play this same bar chord if you want to. This might be a little bit harder, but give it a try. It might be easier for you. You never know. All we're going to do is we're keeping that first finger, that bar, just the same. But now you are going to make a second bar with your third finger. But this time, this third finger will only be on those 3 strings that you would have otherwise had to fret with 3 different fingers, right? Now just try to use your third finger to play all of those. So you've got one little bar here. This bar is different from this one. This one, of course, we want to try to keep that slight curve here. But this one, it's actually better to just put the flat of your finger right down on top of those notes. And that one sounds like this. So then this same chord progression you can play like this. Okay, everybody. So next time we'll take a look more specifically at that song, how to play through that chord progression, and where those bar chords come in. But for now, I just want you to experiment with these 4 different bar chord shapes. Let's review. We have the shape based on E major, the shape based on E minor, and then we have another bar chord based on A minor, and last but not least, a bar chord based on A major, like that or like this. Okay, I think that should be enough to occupy yourselves with. You guys play riffs and single note lines so well, but I know we really need to start challenging ourselves with these chord forms. So practice a little bit at a time, practice consistently. You do this a few times a day. By the time the next lesson is being uploaded, you'll be so far ahead. You'll be doing great. So good luck. Good luck. It's tough, but do your best, and I will see you next time. So happy Thursday, everybody. Bye-bye.